Imagine this. You've been texting someone every day. They reply fast. They say all the right things. And then silence. No explanation. No goodbye. Just gone. That's ghosting. It's one of the most confusing, painful, and common experiences in modern relationships. But here's the truth. Ghosting isn't random. It's not always about you. It's about psychology. In this video, we'll dive into the real psychological reasons people ghost, what ghosting does to your brain and emotions, the hidden patterns behind ghosting behavior, and powerful strategies to protect your self-worth and heal. Stay till the end, because I'll also share the one mindset shift that instantly reduces the pain of ghosting and even makes you stronger after it happens. Part 1. The psychology of ghosting. What it does to your brain. Ghosting is brutal because it breaks one of your brain's deepest needs, closure. When someone vanishes without explanation, your brain goes into overdrive trying to fill the gaps. This creates what neuroscientists call a search loop. Think about gamblers at a slot machine. They keep pulling the lever, waiting for the next reward. Your brain does the same thing after ghosting. You check your phone. You reread old messages. You replay conversations in your head. This is your brain's dopamine system at work. Dopamine doesn't just give pleasure. It fuels anticipation. And when the anticipation has no resolution, your brain gets stuck. That's why ghosting feels worse than a clear rejection. With rejection, you get certainty. With ghosting, you get silence. Silence that your brain interprets as danger. In fact, studies show ghosting activates the same brain regions as physical pain. So when you say, "It literally hurts," you're right. Part 2. Why people ghost. 6 psychological reasons. Now, let's answer a question you've probably asked 100 times. Why would someone just disappear? Here are 6 common psychological reasons. Avoidance of conflict. Many people are uncomfortable with confrontation. Ghosting feels easier than saying, "I'm not interested." Psychologists call this avoidant behavior. Choosing short-term comfort over long-term honesty. Emotional immaturity. Ghosting often reflects a lack of emotional skills. Instead of handling tough conversations, they run. Think of it as a coping mechanism. Out of sight, out of mind. Perceived low investment. If someone viewed the connection as casual, they may assume disappearing won't hurt you. Of course, this is often wrong, but it shows how differently two people can perceive the same bond. Overstimulation and the dating app effect. Modern dating creates choice overload. With endless swipes, people start treating connections as disposable. Psychology calls this the paradox of choice. The more options you have, the less value you place on each one. Fear of intimacy. Sometimes ghosting happens because you got too close. For people with avoidant attachment styles, intimacy feels threatening. When they sense deeper connection, they escape. Projection of their own issues. Ghosting often reveals more about them than you. They may carry trauma, insecurity, or patterns from past relationships. Ghosting in their mind feels like protection, even though it causes harm. Part 3. The hidden impact of ghosting on you. For the person ghosted, the damage goes deeper than silence. Psychologists call it ambiguous loss. Unlike death or a breakup, ghosting leaves you in a state of confusion. You don't know whether to grieve, wait, or move on. This uncertainty triggers anxiety. Did I do something wrong? Obsessive thoughts. What if they come back? Low self-esteem. Am I not good enough? Even worse, ghosting can damage your trust blueprint. You start to believe people can't be trusted. You expect others to leave. And that belief can poison future relationships. Part 4. Stories of ghosting. Why it feels so personal. Let me give you an example. Sarah, a 27-year-old marketing professional, shared her story in a psychology survey. She dated a man for 2 months. Daily calls. Plans for the future. Then one weekend, nothing. No explanation. No reply. Just silence. Her mind spiraled with questions. Did he meet someone else? Did I scare him away? Was I too much? Months later, she learned he had personal issues he never shared. But the ghosting left scars, not because of him, but because of the unanswered questions. This is why ghosting is so damaging. Your brain writes painful stories in the absence of answers. Part 5. How to heal from ghosting. The good news? You can break free from the pain of ghosting. Here's how. Label it clearly. Don't sugarcoat it. Say, I was ghosted. Naming the behavior shifts blame from you to the action. Remember, no response is a response. Silence is communication. It means they lack the courage or maturity to respond. That's about them, not you. Challenge the search loop. When your brain starts replaying conversations, interrupt it. Remind yourself, there is no missing piece. The silence is the answer. Redirect to self-worth. Instead of obsessing over their absence, invest in your presence. Journal, exercise, or connect with supportive friends. Strengthen boundaries. Ghosting hurts less when you set higher standards. Ask yourself, does this person's actions align with how I want to be treated? If not, your boundary says goodbye for you. Part 6. The counterintuitive secret. Thank the ghosting. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Instead of asking, why did they ghost me? Ask, what did this ghosting protect me from? Think about it. Someone who disappears without explanation is showing you their true colors. They're telling you, I can't communicate. I can't handle honesty. I can't show respect. Would you really want to build a future with that? Ghosting is painful, but it's also a filter. It removes the wrong people, so you can recognize and value the right ones. So, if you've been ghosted, remember, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their psychology. Ghosting isn't the end of your story. It's a universe clearing space for someone who will not disappear. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been ghosted? And how did you deal with it? Share your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if this gave you clarity, hit like, subscribe for weekly psychology insights, and share this with a friend who needs it. Because when you understand the psychology of ghosting, you take back your power.